Welcome, 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 and on to another episode of the Breakpoint series on Netflix. My name is Strombini, and I'll take you through the third episode called California Dreaming. It's all about the Indian Wells tournament. So Indian Wells, Miami, these are the first American tournaments played beginning of the year, more or less the beginning. And yeah, they jumped right from the Australian Open, from Berrettini and Tomjanovic onto the United States. I mean, there's some weeks in between. But yeah, that's just how the team of Netflix decided to go on, and they picked two players, interesting ones for that tournament, because Taylor Fritz, and as you see here, yeah, they didn't pick the other guy with that weird hairstyle. Welcome, Rafa, also in the series, but just in the final here, as mentioned before, he is not really a part of the whole series, which is a little sad once again. But yeah, also nice to see him being there. But they picked another good guy, and he's the winner. I mean, could not be better. Fairy tale story. This guy was on a tournament as a kid, and he said, "Yeah, it's a dream. Dream comes true, of course." And people call it also the fifth slam. So we have, of course, Australian Open in the beginning of the year, the French Open, Wimbledon, and US Open, and then they call the fifth slam, Grand Slam. A lot of prize money. They have also 128 draw, so it's pretty similar to a Grand Slam. And they, yeah. It has a big meaning, and especially for the Americans, as Taylor Fritz is one of these, they picked the right guy for the tournament. Also, another good pick is Maria Sakkari, the girl from Greek. She made it to the final, so they picked two perfect persons for the series. And this series, I would say, it's all about the interaction with the coaches. So a lot of things going on, a lot of behind the scenes again, which I really did like. Fritz was injured. I'll come to that back later. A little bit, yeah, controversial discussion with the coaches. What should we do? But we start with Sakkari. So Sakkari, she played a tournament and made her run, and she had a little bit of a problem throughout the whole career in semifinals. So it happened quite often that she made it to semifinals of big tournaments, but she never could make it to the final, neither win like a big one, and here she finally made it, winning against Badosa in a tough battle. And the coach said, yeah, when she starts talking Greek to me, then I know, okay, things are getting out of control. And very interesting to see, as I said, the interaction between coach and player. That's what it's all about on tour, and great. People have a chance of getting some insights from there. And then, as I said, the other one was Fritz against Rafa. That was the final. So they jump in with Fritz against Rublev. So the match is played between them, where Fritz wins. And then before the final, actually, in the practice, Fritz injures himself. And then they had a talk with the coach, and Paul Anacon, the coach, one of the coaches in the team. The coaches said, Fritz, Taylor, don't play the final. And we all know that Rafa is also injured. It's not mentioned in the series, which is, yeah, a little bit, of course, making the story. It's Taylor Fritz playing against the big Rafa. Rafa is also injured. He had a broken rib. That is, he didn't knew it at that time, but after they checked his rib, and he had actually a broken rib playing that final. So he couldn't serve much and couldn't serve good enough to beat Fritz, and Fritz decided himself to play against the opinion of the coaches. So that is very interesting. He says it's a dream come true playing the final. At least I step on court and try and see maybe some painkillers, and I'm trying my best. And it worked out. He made it, and was maybe a little bit lucky that Rafa was injured as well. And yeah, maybe that was part of the whole fairy tale story, and Netflix was right there with the perfect guy for that series. But very interesting, the controversial talk between coaches and players. What would you have done, guys? Let me know in the comments if you would play the final against Rafa there in Indian Wells, or what would be your opinion, or what would you do? Let's keep it that way. Guys, thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe as always. And if you are interested in the next one, there's episode 4 with the next series. So you can just jump on to the next one. Thanks very much, and I'll see you up next. Ciao, ciao.